I need your power in this very hour. I need your glory, so I won't have to worry. I need your presence. That's why I give you reverence. Oh Lord, I need you. I need your deliverance for spiritual clearance. I need your healing to free me from this feeling. I need your grace. I'll forever give you praise. Oh Lord, I need you. Like the flower needs the rain, like a portrait needs a frame, like an old man needs a king. I need you. Like a bird needs to sing, like a bell needs to ring, like a crown needs a king. I need you.
I need your guidance when my voices have been silenced. I need your direction when I lost my connection. I need your protection when I have no weapon, no. Lord, I really need you. Like the flower needs the rain, like a portrait needs a frame, like an old man needs a cane. Lord, I need you. Like a bird needs to sing, like a bell needs to ring, like a crown needs a king. You know I need you.
Yes, I do, Jesus. Like a bird needs to sing, like a bell needs to ring, like a crown needs the head of a king. I need you.
You know I need you, Lord.
Oh Lord, I need you. Oh Lord, I need you. Oh Lord, I need you. I need you. Oh Lord, I need you.
Oh Lord, I need you.
Oh Lord, I need you. Oh Lord, I need you. I need you. Oh Lord, I need you. Oh Lord, I need you. Oh Lord, I need you. I need you. Oh Lord, I need you.
Oh Lord, I need you.
Oh Lord, I need you. Oh Lord, I need you. I need you. I tell you, I need you. Standing at the crossroads of my life, I need you. Need you to make it right. I can't make it on my own.
No.
Need you to help me to stay strong. I feel like giving up, but I need you to fill my cup.
I need you.
Hey! I need you. I need you. I need you. I need you. I got tears in my eyes that I need you to wipe. Oh Lord, trouble in my way. Don't know if I can make it. Don't even know if if I can take it, I know I need you. I know I need you.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope the Lord's favor has already met you today, and I believe today is going to be an amazing day. Great morning to all of you. Thank you for coming in as you're joining us. Of course, let us know where you're coming in from. Come on in. I'm going to give you a few more seconds. Come on, jump in here today. I believe it's going to be worth your time today for sure. Don't forget, while you're coming in, make sure you hit that share button, share, tag, text, tweet, inbox, yell down the hallway, tell everybody in the house, tell them to get in front of their device, their phone, their laptop, their iPad, and to share this. It's going to be a blessing. All right. Well, let's jump into something today. I think I have a statement for you that's going to help safeguard, you. There are a lot of things that we have to address. There are a lot of things that we have to adjust in order that we might have a more promising, productive new year. And here's a statement that I want you to be able to freely use without any guilt. I want you to be able to say these words to people that you feel as if are infringing on your time and on your space. Here's the words I want you to say to them. Don't cross the line. These are 4 words that are going to help safeguard your spirit, your mind, going to safeguard you emotionally. Don't cross the line. Now, when I talk about in terms of not crossing the line, of course, we're talking about establishing necessary and healthy boundaries in our lives. Because when you do not have boundaries in your lives, people will bombard you with issues, with trauma and drama that oftentimes don't have anything to do with you. You have no emotional investment in the trauma or the drama, but they tend to treat it as if it's yours and your responsibility. And consequently, you're dealing with unnecessary emotional weight, when this all could be avoided by simply telling people, don't cross the line. In Proverbs 8:27 through 29, just make note of that. In the Living Bible, it says, I was there when he established the heavens and formed the great springs in the depths of the ocean. I was there, hear this, when he set the limits of the seas and gave them his instructions, listen to the Bible, not to spread beyond their boundaries. He gave them the instructions and said, do not spread beyond the boundaries. And so the Bible teaches us that even when God created everything he created, He instilled within it, in the creative process, he gave it limits and boundaries and gave it instructions. He told the river, you can flow, but only flow so far. You can only flow within your boundaries or your parameters, right? And he says, I do not want you to spread beyond your boundaries. Now, setting boundaries are significant and a very important part of establishing who you are, because it shows how invested and interested you are in your mental, physical, as well as spiritual well-being. Anybody who does not have boundaries are being negligent in terms of their spiritual, mental, physical well-being. When you have no boundaries, when I just got an open door policy, well, you may want to re-examine that. You may want to revisit that, because healthy boundaries are those boundaries that are set to make sure mentally and emotionally you are absolutely stable. Because when you lack boundaries, it could give off, in fact, to most people, it gives off the impression that you do not have a strong sense of identity, or that you don't comprehend, here's the kicker, the necessity of self-preservation. Now, this is something I had to learn a long, long time ago, because I was under the impression that if I just gave you me, you'd give me you. And that if I just gave, if I gave out, you would pour in. But unfortunately, I've lived long enough to tell you that's just not the way it works. People can be so narcissistic and so selfish that their only intentions toward you is to get everything they can get out of you that's beneficial for them and leave you at a loss. Because the truth of the matter is, most of the people we let in our lives are really liabilities who play on our soft hearts or our generous emotional stance. We love everybody. We want everybody to be okay. We want to take care of everybody. Have you eaten a day pudding? Are you okay? Is everything right with you? No. And if you're not careful, you could be very guilty of being negligent to yourself in terms of self-preservation and your self-care, not understanding that poor boundaries lead to resentment, anger, and burnout. And so rather than fostering resentment, one can instead try and set and communicate their boundaries. Now, here's the big part about that. You got to be okay with establishing boundaries in your life without feeling the weight of guilt. Now, that's why I kind of want to dig in a little bit, because I just, from counseling people and pastoring people, perhaps one of the most prevalent issues with setting these boundaries that are necessary is that Pastor, I feel so guilty. I feel so guilty about it. Well, when you set boundaries in your life, here it is. They are there, first of all, to protect your emotional space and your faith space, right? Because I can't have anybody infringing on my faith environment who are only going to contaminate it and litter it with doubt, unbelief. They don't believe that God is going to do something, and I've got to have an environment that I'm able to filter out all the things that are anti what I'm believing God for, that are anti my faith in this season. I've got to be interested in protecting my emotional space and my faith space. What does that mean? It means everybody can't have my ear or my address. Everybody can't have my phone number. Everybody cannot, I can't be entertaining everybody It's not that I'm not loving everybody, but I understand how detrimental it can be to have people who are not believing or in a place of doubt. Loitering is a good word. Loitering in your space, your emotional space, in your faith space. So boundaries are there to help me to protect my emotional space. These are parameters that must be adhered to provide and to protect my peace. Have you lived long enough to see peace that was at one time, a few notches down on your list of important things? Now peace is just about number one in your life now. You remember when it was like money and cars and cash and flash and all that, and then somewhere around 7 or 8, you had a little peace right there. But now that you've lived a little while, you realize that you could have a $3,000 mattress, but still can't sleep at night, still toss and turn. That you can have a 8,000 square foot house and there's just more room for you to pace up and down the hallways all night because your spirit is not settled, your mind is restless, all because you lack peace. And generally, when we are lacking great deals of peace in our life, it is because we have failed to protect our emotional space and our faith space. We have failed to instill parameters in our life. We have simply failed to tell people, hey, don't cross this line right here. This is for me. And it's okay. Let me say that to you, because some of you are so hung up and just the very notion of you doing something for you frightens you. And just the notion that you putting yourself a little higher up on your list than you have usually done, it's a little unnerving to you. Well, I got my baby, and but he 37 now. I mean, I'm not saying not to love them, but I'm saying at what point are you going to recognize the need for self-preservation and self-care and self-prioritization in your life? And that all begins with you establishing and maintaining the proper boundaries in your life. Here's where I love to shout at. The reason I have this line that I draw and tell people do not cross this line is because this line helps me conserve emotional energy. I'm going to let that marinate a little bit. This line helps me conserve emotional energy. In other words, whoever enters my sphere of space, whoever comes into my emotional environment, whoever steps into my faith space, I feel secure and safe with them because I do not have to expend unnecessary emotional energy on drainers. Usually the people, because I vetted them properly, I prayed about them, I've been discerning about them, and usually for the most part, it's a pretty fair exchange. If they're taking something on Monday, they're depositing something back on Tuesday. If they're pulling on me on Wednesday, they'll be pushing me on Thursday. So I don't have to worry about expending unnecessary emotional energy on drainers and depleters and leeches and people that simply latch on to you for what they can get from you. So you got to have these protective environments in your life, because please hear me, ladies and gentlemen, your self-esteem and your identity can and usually are very much impacted when you have no boundaries. And what happens is you build resentment toward others. Hear this very carefully, because of your inability to advocate for yourself. Oh God, I wish, man, I get mad sometimes. Pray for me. I get mad because when I think about all the times in my life that I didn't advocate for myself. How are you scared to advocate for you? How are you scared to speak up for you and say, no, you let people give you anything tell you this is all you can have. You would not advocate for yourself. So believe me, I'm not talking at you. Promise you, I know what it feels like to have this internal turmoil that's tearing you apart on the inside. Because here's usually what it means. You're sitting around waiting on somebody else to recognize your value and treat it fairly, which they will never do unless most of them are prompted or provoked by you speaking up for yourself. Am I talking to anybody in this room? Am I talking to anybody that now knows in this incoming year I'm gonna be my own spokesperson? I don't need a committee to speak for me. I don't need anybody else to advocate for me. I am going to advocate for myself. And you got to make up, because every time you don't advocate for yourself, your self-esteem takes a hit, because there's this internal struggle on the inside. Inside, I'm big, I'm large, I'm great. I have all these things going for me, but I don't speak up for myself. And anytime I don't speak up for me and advocate for me, then I shrink on the inside unnecessarily, all because I don't have the proper boundaries in my life. And I don't tell, oh no, don't cross this line. Now, my value is not for negotiation. My pay grade is not up for negotiation. I'm worth every penny of it. Oh, I feel like I'm talking to somebody now. You got to go in some places, some areas, some rooms in front of some people and say, listen, I'm worth more than this. I expect more than where I am now, because until you learn how to advocate for yourself, you're always going to your life will almost always be riddled in this spirit of agitation. You're always agitated and you're always mad, but you're mad at the wrong person. You should perhaps be angry at yourself for allowing as many people to have crossed the line in your life as you have. And so when we lack boundaries, ladies and gentlemen, it is usually because we have a high level of neediness or codependence, or we have a need to be needed. Now, see, I can stay there all day. Usually we have no boundaries, or we let down our boundaries because we have this innate ability. We have this need to be needed. And in our need to be needed, we feel that if I show you how valuable I am, how consistent I am, how much of a contributor I am to you and everything that you do, then it's going to secure me a place in your life, and it's going to demand loyalty and reciprocation. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that's just not the case at all. Although in theory, it very well should be. In theory, if I'm loyal to you, you should be loyal to me. In theory, when I have proven and made it clear to you that there's nothing I wouldn't do for you, no limit I wouldn't go for you, everything you ask me, I'll do for you, it should be without question that you do the same for me. But let me tell you, people will treat you as an inconvenience when you have been nothing but selfless concerning them. People will make you all feel like, I'm going out of my way. Go out of your way. I went out of my way for you. What's the problem with you going out of my, I'd say, I'm in the bed. Get out of the bed. You know how many times I've gotten out of the bed for you? Or how many times I've called in favors in the middle of the night so that things were well with you. But until you set boundaries up in your life, it's going to be problematic for you, because boundaries are used as a way to protect against vulnerability, when they really should be used as a way to facilitate vulnerability and healthy connection in relationships. Now, that is significant because boundary problems are not just the inability to say no. Boundary problems is your your inability, your ability to keep saying yes so much. Just yes, 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 I'll do it. Yes, I'll go there. Yes, I'll take care of that. Yes, I'll do this. Yes, I'll do that. And what you are doing is you are creating this codependent cycle in your life. And then you have the nerve to be upset with people like, why they treating me that way? Come close to the camera. They're treating you that way because you taught them how to treat you that way. They're treating you that way because you have taught them how to treat you that way. You treat people how to treat you. And so when we are setting boundaries, ladies, please hear this. Don't go into this new year without having this statement embedded in your spirit. Don't cross this line. If you want to stay in good graces with me, if you want this relationship to stay flourishing, but just don't cross this line, because boundary is an internal intervention with yourself. This does not require a party or a caucus or a committee. You have to have an internal intervention with yourself to prevent you from further exposure to potentially damaging behavior, not just from other people, but here it is, from you as well. Oh, here's where it gets real good at now, because you were shouting and dancing. I'm looking at you now. Your hands are lifted. Look at you. Yeah, that's right. We got to set boundaries against them and against her and against them. You've got to set some boundaries against yourself. You have to set limits. Hear this very carefully. You have to set limits on how much negative talk or internal criticism you are going to allow yourself to entertain. Now, see, if I drop the mic now, that's enough to chew on for the next few days. Let me give you that again. Setting boundaries, having these internal interventions are not just to protect you from external sources or being exposed to people on the outside who have the potential to destroy you, but I've got to set boundaries against myself, because if I don't watch me, I will sit up and talk negative, either audibly or in my head. I'll sit up and start criticizing that. You saw what you did. You saw you did that. You saw this. You saw that. Nitpicking. My grandmama's word, nitpicking. That ain't even in the dictionary. But scrutinizing. Combing through everything and criticizing yourself. But you got to set a limit. You got to instill a parameter. You have to determine the boundary as to even how much negative talk and internal criticism you're going to entertain and you're going to self-generate. Because I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, nobody talks to you more than you talk to you. You're the person that you have the most conversation with. You're the one who you have the longest dialogue with. And so you had better take a better handle at being the manager of what's coming out of your mouth, or even being muttered in your spirit to yourself. Because if you don't set up a boundary, you can self-destruct, you can self-implode. Every time I hear my stuff start talking negative, I catch it in me. I don't just sit around and drive for hours listening to myself, down myself. The devil is a liar. I acknowledge what went wrong or perhaps wasn't the best. And I don't kill myself and, rake myself over the coals over it. I just said, we're going to give it a better go again next time. We're going to increase this. We're going to increase our effort, our intensity. But you got to set the limit. You're so worried about all the negative talk from other people and the external criticism. What about the internal criticism that is coming from the inside of you? You got to set a boundary as to how much of it you're going to entertain. So even when it comes down to your prayer life, here's what I'm praying. Here's what perhaps you may want to incorporate in your prayer. I know, and I'm not telling you to scratch the Lexus off and the blinged out caddy, whatever your preference is, whatever you like, that's what you like. But here's what's on my prayer list. I'll give you a sneak peek. I say, Lord, help me to distance myself from diminishers of my self-confidence. You might want to write that down. See, because we're praying, but we're praying. I need to pray stuff that's actually going to impact and have the necessary effect on my current reality that I needed to. God, in this season of my life where I am telling people, do not cross this line. I have boundaries in place to protect my emotional space, my faith space. It is a sign that I'm interested in self-preservation, self-prioritization, and self-care. And I'm not going to feel, you can't make me feel guilty about it. Because I've lived long enough to tell you, people will get everything you got, then you'll die, they'll bury you, and they'll move on to the next person. So you had better begin to recognize who you are and protect it by having these boundaries in your life. But I need God to help me distance myself from diminishers of my self-confidence. And sadly enough to say, I need him to help me because my history has shown me, for some reason, those are the people I'm attached to all the time. Right? Because I keep wanting them to change. Oh, they're going to change. I'm going to keep giving them a few. They're going, they're going to come around. And before you know it, it's been 5 years. They haven't come around yet. How much more time are you going to give people to prove to you they're a waste of your time? If you hadn't figured it out, time is not a commodity you can trade. There's nothing you could trade to get more days. What you got is what you got. And so you had better very quickly come to that realization and say, God, as I am establishing these boundaries for my life and in my life, I have to distance myself from people who diminish my self-confidence. People who are always telling you, you really think you can do that? You can't do that. Don't even try to do that. People who are against your attempting. People who have an attitude every time you set yourself up to try to do something different, or you dare to do something that people interpret as too big of a feat for you to accomplish. God, distance me. I'd rather be by myself than be in the company of people who have contrary spirits and contrary attitudes and who are counterproductive to my future. Man, I need to usher in here today. Jesus. You have to, you got to pray. And please trust me when I tell you, you'd be amazed how God responds to these kind of prayers. Because you can keep getting it. God, give me the cash. God, give me the money. And God, that becomes so redundant. But at some point, you got to say, God, life is bigger than that. Because I could have all the money in the world, but if I'm still surrounded by people who diminish my self-confidence, then I'm going to live as a defeated, flawed individual. And that's not what God wants for your life. God wants you to live and be in health. He wants you to be whole. He wants your entire well-being to be secured. But you got to say, God, help me distance myself from diminishers of my self-confidence. That's number one. Number two, here's what you got to be praying for in this incoming season now. God, I need you to help me distance myself from distorters of my self-imagery. These are people who don't feed into you, who don't fuel who you're becoming. These are the individuals who tend to belittle you while you are becoming. Let me take a moment and rebuke every spirit that's around your life now who's on assignment. Please hear me. It's not accidental. They are on an assignment to belittle you and berate you to the point that you pause becoming, that you stay stuck and at a standstill at the place that you are because of the negativity that they're trying to feed you. You think you all that, and who you supposed to be, and why you doing all that, why you studying so much, why you praying so much. You got to use the authority that you have in your spirit, and you got to rebuke every voice that's trying to irritate you, that's trying to infiltrate your faith space, and that's trying to tell you that you're not everything God wants you to be. You got to get rid of these. They're only there to distort it. They're only there to say, "Oh no, you feeling like you're looking good," and they say, "No, you look all right." They're trying to distort your self imagery. That's when you got to go back to the source and realize you've been fearfully and wonderfully made by your God. That's where you find your joy. You say, "Hey, I've been fearfully and wonderfully made by God." But as for you, don't cross this line. That line could be your door seal. Don't cross this door seal anymore. No, 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 no. I've got to protect me. I've got to protect my mind. I've got to protect my emotional space. So number one, I got to distance myself from diminishers of my self-confidence. Then number two, I've got to distance myself from distorters of my self-image. You got to have people around you, man, that will feed into who they are, because there are some people God gives insight into your life that you don't have. There are people who saw in me what I didn't see in me, but they kept saying it so much until I saw it. And when I saw it, and when I see it, I could become it, because you can't become what you can't see. That's why you got to pray, God, put visible examples around my life. Through faith and patience, they inherited the promises of God. They have to follow those who through faith and patience have obtained the promises of God. You got to have mentors and people that mirror the life you want to live. People who are doing in reality what you only see abstractly in your spirit and in your mind and your heart. So you got to distance yourself from diminishers of self-confidence. You got to distance yourself from distorters of your self-imagery. Watch this. Number three, you got to distance yourself from distractors of your self-determined goals and pursuits. You got to distance yourself from the distractors, because how many of you know the enemy will do whatever he can to distract you? Oh my God, he'll wave anything in front of your face. He'll do whatever he needs to do to distract you from your line of sight. This is why you have to have what I call this futuristic compulsion. You have to have this futuristic obsession. What does that mean? It means I'm so obsessed over my future that it prohibits me to be preoccupied by my past. Man, I'm going to give myself a love offering today. What's my Cash App again? Because let me say it again. You got to be so obsessed with your future that it prohibits you from being preoccupied by your past. You got to be so locked in on where you're going and what's ahead of you and what's yet in front of you. Because really, the rest of your life really is the best of your life. Stop sitting around talking about that was the good old days, man. You remember back in the night, man, that was so good. I want to tell you about a God that still has some good yet in front of you. He yet wants to do good. He wants to do great things and work wonders in your life. But you have to distance yourself from people who are distracting you from your self-determined goals. Let me give you a clue. People who don't have any goals of their own are usually going to be the ones that's distracting you from yours. That's why you got to have friends in your life, people that are connected to you who are busy. Yeah, I got all my friends are busy. All my friends, all my brothers, they busy. They busy. They be, what you got? I got get away from here every time. What you doing? Ain't nothing much. What you got going on tomorrow? Nothing too much. What you got going on next week? Nothing too much. Not you. You got to distance yourself because they're distracting you from your goal. Because if you're not careful, you hear that too much, then you are in jeopardy because of your exposure to them. You are in jeopardy of assimilating. Because if you hear it too much and see it too much, again, that's why you have to limit exposure to certain people and environments. Because if not, this is why the Bible says, do not be friends with angry men, lest you learn their ways, and it becomes a snare unto your soul. They don't have to have a chalkboard out and teaching you a lesson verbatim. Just your engagement with them teaches you how to be less than you. Oh, Jesus. just your engagement with them, just you being in the vicinity of them, will teach you how to be a lesser version than the one you are intended to be. So you got to distance yourself from distractors of your goals and your pursuits. And how do I know who they are? It's easy to identify them. They usually don't have any goals of their own. And they're usually suggesting, watch this, that you do things more leisurely than legacy. They are usually in favor of you doing things that are more leisurely than they are of you doing things that are going to contribute to your legacy. All right. Let's just go here and chill. Let's just go sit down and watch this. On the other hand, you have people saying, let's go fly to San Francisco. There's a seminar going on about generational wealth and investment strategy and post-retirement living. You got to have people in your life that are speaking to your future, your pursuits, and your determined goals. If not, then you got to distance yourself because they're only there to distract you from your determined goals and your pursuits, right? Because boundaries are these defined lines, and this is where I'll probably stop at. They are defined lines to prevent toxic trespass. You need to write that down. I may teach that this week. They are defined lines to prevent toxic trespass, right? It's almost like you ever saw a sign on somebody's yard that says, don't trespass, beware, dogs. We got dogs. Whatever I have to do to prevent you from trespassing or coming onto my property, where my ideas are being generated, where my dreams are being dreamed, where my ideas are germinating. I have to, because I want to prevent toxic trespassers. Personal boundaries are the mental, emotional, and physical walls we create to protect ourselves, hear this very carefully, from being used, manipulated, and or violated by others. And knowing that, anybody who doesn't respect the fact that you have boundaries in your life means that they usually benefited from you having none. I wonder if y'all hold on a sec while I just run around this room for a second, because, man, you got to have people in your life that are understanding of your need. And everybody, I get it. I got people in my life right now. Hey, I don't take calls on Saturday between 3 and 9 p.m. That's my downtime. That's when I'm detoxing. I'm getting a massage. I'm meditating. I'm inhaling and exhaling. I'm prepping myself for the task at hand on tomorrow. And if I call them at 5:15, knowing that is within their parameter of boundary, now I am trespassing, right? Because I understand that's been a set, established, determined boundary, and it's for their good and their betterment. Anybody who has a problem with you having boundaries means that they are so used to benefiting off of you that they are resistant to you changing the system. Oh, some people are going to be mad at you because you're getting ready to change the system up on them. They've been used to calling you all times of night, all during the hour. And if you're like me, I have problems sleeping sometimes. And so, part of my strategy for that is whenever I can't sleep past a certain amount of time, then I usually get up and I make myself start writing. Or start working on a draft of something. So I start working myself until I eventually get tired. And it's hard for me to go back to sleep once I'm awake. And so as soon as I close my eyes and get right in the midst of that sleep cycle, the phone will ring. And I pick up, hello? Oh, and they don't want anything. It's not an emergency basis. It was just a toxic trespass. because the enemy knows how vital your rest is to a restless spirit. He knows how vital it is that you get your rest, that you are prepared to be the best version of you that you can be in your life. And so starting today, I want you to set some boundaries, and you might have to turn the phone off. Chances are it'll wait till the morning. I mean, I get up early anyway. You call me at 2:30, the phone off. I'll be up by 6:10. I'll get back to you. But you got to have people in your life who can prove to you, I'm not here to manipulate you, take advantage of you, or use you, or violate you. And my proof of that is me respecting the predetermined boundaries you have set in your life, because you have made it clear to me it's for your self-preservation, self-prioritization. It's for self-care. It's self-care at its finest. Sometimes you need to take you out. When was the last time you took you out? When was the last time you just had a relaxing, enjoyable day, 2 days, 3 days straight? No phone, no social media, no interruptions. You'd be amazed what that reset can do for your life. Some of you right now, you'd be amazed at what a good reset would do for you. Set your boundary. Tell people, don't cross this line. My office hours are between, some of y'all saw the movie. My office hours are between 9 and 5. After that, leave me alone. Let me be. Let me be. Let me recharge. Let me regroup. Let me reset. Let me recover from what the day has issued out. And those 4 words are what? Don't cross the line. We're going to be in good shape. Just don't cross this line. I promise you. I'm going to give you all I got within the parameter of time that I am in charge of dictating. I'm going to allot you this time. This is why I get mad. I'm a very time conscious person. Anybody who knows me, you know me. If I got a meeting with you at 9 o'clock, I'm there already. I'm sitting there at 8:30. At 8:59 and a half, if you're not turning that knob or sitting there, I'm leaving you. And it's going to be 2-3 months before you can reschedule another meeting with me, because the one thing I value is my time. I can't get that back. You take my money, I can get some more money. I'm smart enough. I'm skilled. I can get some more money. Time is what you can't get back. How much more of it are you going to let people waste in this season of your life? How much more time are you going to give them to prove that they are a waste of time in your life? Don't cross the line. Some of you need to light social media up today. Just post on it. Just say, don't cross this line. Don't cross the line. This is me. I need this for me. If you love me, you let me have as much of me as I'm giving to you. All people love you when you're giving everything you got to them. But they get the nerve. They have the nerve to be upset with you because you're giving to yourself. Let me pray with you today. Father, in the name of Jesus, I thank you for your people. I thank you now, God, that this word is resonating in their hearts, in their minds, in their spirit. I pray now, God, that they would pray. They would take it seriously. They would ask you to remove and distance themselves from diminishes of their self-confidence. They will create distance between distorters of their self-imagery, and that you would remove distractors of their self-determined goals and pursuits in this season. Do not cross this line. Your word declares how you set the rivers and the oceans in motion and set their limits, and you told them that they cannot spread beyond their boundaries. I'm praying for somebody who's watching me now, who've been spreading themselves across their boundaries. They're spread really thin because they will not adhere to their limits, and they're trying to spread farther beyond you intended them to go. Father, help them respect their limits, their time, their energy. Help them conserve their emotional, even their spiritual energy, even in this season of their lives. God, I pray that they are the most healthiest. I pray now, God, that they are the most emotionally mature and conscious as they've ever been before in their lives. And I call them blessed, and they cannot be otherwise. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen and amen. You ought to give the Lord a praise wherever you are watching us today. I am excited about it. Well, let's get ready to give unto the Lord today. I'm excited about it. And I want us to start this month off right. I want you to get good seed in the ground today. I want everybody that's watching me, that will. I'm just going to ask you to do something very simple. I want everybody that can. I want you to sow a $21 seed offering today on this first day of this year. I want you to sow at least that. Of course, there are many of you who can do more than that. Some of you are stretching out on God. So 100, 121. But I need everybody that's watching now, that will watch later, to sow at least that $21 seed offering. Of course, you can use all the online giving means that are there. $NHM 1030. Of course, you can PayPal, NEWHOMEMINISTRIES.org. You can text to give NHFWC to 54244. Again, NHFWC to 54244. And of course, do not forget, you can always mail it in. You can get a stamp, envelope, a money order, cashier's check, a check, and send it to 1605 Robert C. Blake Senior Drive, New Orleans, Louisiana 70131. And we're going to receive it, anoint it, and pray over it, and pronounce the Lord's great blessings upon the seed, because we are expecting a great harvest to come into our lives. Go ahead, take a moment and sow your seed and watch the hand of the Lord really bless your life. Glory to God. You can't beat God's giving no matter how hard that you try. Thank you so much. Well, listen, don't forget, if you are in the city, anywhere around the city, don't forget to join us on Wednesday night for Bible study, in-person Bible study. Of course, intercessory prayer starts at 6 o'clock. So you can get off work and get there 6 o'clock, 6:15. Intercessory prayer goes until about 6:40. Come and get recharged, re-energized by the Spirit of the Lord. And Bible study starts promptly at 6:45. So we want to see your face in the house of the Lord on this Wednesday. It's going to be an amazing time. So I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in today. And I hope something was said that was a blessing to your life. And I hope that it will benefit you all the days of your life. Thank you so very much to you, every one of you. I pronounce the Lord's blessings on you today. And don't forget, you already know what I got to say. Go and get it. Take everything that's yours today. Go get it, because God says it is absolutely, positively yours, my friend. I'll see you next time. Blessings and favor to you.